Zombie survival, don't make these fatal mistakes. In a world overrun by zombies, every mistake could be fatal. The undead are relentless, driven by an insatiable hunger. They're a force of nature, and underestimating them is a grave mistake. Today, we're uncovering the top zombie survival mistakes you need to avoid to stay alive. These aren't just tips, they're hard-won lessons from the front lines of survival. We'll break down each mistake, showing you exactly why it's so dangerous and what you can do instead to stay one step ahead of the horde. Remember, in this new world, knowledge is power, and the right skills can mean the difference between life and death. Let's dive into the errors that could cost you your life. Stay alert, stay focused, and most importantly, stay alive. Hygiene, your first line of defense. We've all seen those zombie movies where survivors are caked in dirt, their clothes ripped and bloodied. It makes for good cinema, but trust me, in a real zombie apocalypse, hygiene is non-negotiable. It's not just about looking good, it's about staying alive. Out here, a simple cut can turn deadly if it gets infected. The last thing you want in a life or death situation is a raging fever or a debilitating illness because you didn't wash your hands. Remember, you're constantly exposed to bacteria, viruses, and who knows what else from the undead. So what's the solution? Make sanitation a priority. Find a reliable water source and use it to wash your hands regularly, especially before handling food or treating wounds. If you can find soap, great, but even scrubbing with ash or sand can make a difference. Keep your clothes as clean as possible, and if you can, find a way to boil them to kill off any lingering nasties. Your gear is just as important. A contaminated backpack or sleeping bag can harbor harmful pathogens, so air them out regularly and disinfect them whenever you can. Remember, hygiene isn't just about feeling clean, it's about staying healthy and giving yourself the best chance of survival. In a world overrun by the undead, a simple infection can be as deadly as a zombie bite. Pack light, move fast, the art of the bug-out bag. In a zombie outbreak, your bug-out bag is your lifeline. It holds everything you need to survive on the move. But there's a fine art to packing it. Overloading your bag is a rookie mistake, one that can slow you down and put you in serious danger. Imagine this, you're navigating a crumbling city, the groans of the undead echoing around you. You need to move fast to stay one step ahead of the horde. But your backpack is weighing you down, each step a struggle. That's the danger of overpacking. So, how do you strike the right balance? Prioritize. Ask yourself, what are the absolute essentials for my survival? Food, water, shelter, and first aid are non-negotiable. After that, consider tools for self-defense, navigation, and fire starting. Choose lightweight, multi-purpose items whenever possible. A sturdy knife, for example, can be used for everything from defense to cutting firewood. Remember, every ounce counts. Test your bag before SHTF. Pack it up, put it on, and walk around. Can you move comfortably? Can you access your essential items quickly? If not, it's time to reassess and lighten your load. Your bug-out bag should be an asset, not a burden. Silence is golden, mastering noise discipline. In the wilderness, silence is your friend. It allows you to observe wildlife, to move undetected, to become one with your surroundings. But in a zombie apocalypse, silence becomes even more crucial. It's the difference between staying hidden and becoming a target. Zombies are drawn to sound. It's in their nature. A dropped can, a shout, even a twig snapping underfoot can be enough to attract unwanted attention. That's why noise discipline is paramount. It's about being constantly aware of the sounds you're making and taking steps to minimize them. Start by lightening your step. Move slowly and deliberately, placing your feet carefully to avoid snapping branches or kicking loose stones. Choose soft-soled shoes over heavy boots whenever possible. When it comes to communication, whispering is your best bet. Avoid shouting unless absolutely necessary. Your tools can also betray you. Ditch noisy equipment like gas-powered generators or chainsaws. Opt for hand tools whenever possible. Remember, in a world overrun by creatures that hunt by sound, silence is your greatest weapon. Chapter 4, Fort Knox. Building a zombie-proof shelter. Finding or building a shelter is essential in a zombie apocalypse. It provides protection from the elements, a place to rest, and a sense of security. But a poorly secured shelter is an open invitation to danger, a beacon to the undead. Remember, zombies are relentless. They don't tire, they don't sleep, and they don't give up easily. If they sense you're inside, they'll try to get to you. That's why fortifying your shelter is non-negotiable. Start by choosing your location wisely. Avoid ground-level shelters if possible, as they're the easiest for zombies to access. Look for buildings with multiple entry and exit points, allowing for quick escapes if needed. Once you've found your shelter, it's time to fortify. Reinforce doors and windows with whatever you can find, boards, furniture, even heavy books. Cover windows with blankets or sheets to obscure any light from within. Remember, the goal is to make your shelter as impenetrable as possible, a fortress against the undead horde. Don't forget about escape routes. Having a backup plan, a way to slip out unnoticed if the zombies breach your defenses, could save your life. Chapter 5. The long game planning for long-term survival. In the early days of a zombie apocalypse, it's easy to get caught up in the day-to-day struggle for survival. Finding food, water, and shelter becomes all-consuming. But to truly survive, to outlast the undead, you need to think long-term. Surviving day by day without a plan is like navigating a minefield blindfolded. You might get lucky for a while, but eventually your luck will run out. That's why long-term planning is crucial. It's about anticipating future challenges and taking steps to address them now. Start by assessing your resources. How much food and water do you have? How long will it last? Where will you find more? Next, think about your skills. What are you good at? Can you hunt or fish? Can you grow food? Can you build or repair essential equipment? Identify your weaknesses and find ways to address them. Knowledge is power. Learn about edible plants, first aid, basic mechanics, anything that could be useful in a long-term survival situation. Remember, long-term survival is about more than just staying alive today. It's about building a sustainable future for yourself in a world forever changed. We've all heard the saying, water is life. It's a simple statement, but in a zombie apocalypse, it takes on a whole new meaning. Water becomes more than just a drink. It's essential for hygiene, for cooking, for staying alive. Running out of water in a survival situation is a nightmare scenario. Dehydration can set in quickly, leading to fatigue, confusion, and eventually death. That's why securing a reliable water source is paramount. Start by identifying potential sources. Rivers, streams, and lakes are obvious choices, but don't discount rainwater collection or even finding natural springs. Remember, never drink untreated water. It can contain harmful bacteria, parasites, and other contaminants that can make you seriously ill. Boiling water for at least 1 minute is a reliable way to kill off most pathogens. If you can find a water filter, even better. There are many lightweight portable filters available that can remove impurities and make water safe to drink. Carry a reusable water bottle or canteen with you at all times and refill it whenever you find a safe source. In a zombie apocalypse, water is your lifeline. Don't underestimate its importance. In any survival situation, personal safety equipment is crucial. But in a zombie apocalypse, it takes on a whole new level of importance. We're not just talking about protecting yourself from the elements here, we're talking about shielding yourself from the undead. Imagine this, you're facing down a horde of zombies, their rotting teeth bared, their eyes hungry. You raise your weapon, ready to fight, but you're exposed. Your arms are bare, your face unprotected. One wrong move, one slip, and you're done. That's why personal safety equipment is non-negotiable. Start with hand protection. Thick gloves, preferably leather, will shield your hands from bites and scratches. Next, protect your eyes. Goggles or safety glasses will prevent blood and other bodily fluids from splashing into your eyes. A mask or bandana will help filter the air you breathe, reducing your exposure to airborne pathogens. Don't forget about sturdy footwear. Boots with good ankle support will protect your feet from debris and provide traction on uneven terrain. Remember, in a zombie apocalypse, you're facing a threat unlike any other. Don't underestimate the importance of protecting yourself. Suit up, stay safe, and stay alive. We often focus on the physical challenges of survival, finding food, water, shelter, defending ourselves from threats. But what about the mental toll, the constant fear, the isolation, the sheer psychological weight of living in a world overrun by the undead? Ignoring mental health in a zombie apocalypse is a grave mistake. The human mind is incredibly resilient, but it has its limits. Prolonged stress, anxiety, and trauma can take a toll, chipping away at your resolve, your sanity, your will to survive. So, how do you stay mentally strong when everything around you is falling apart? Start by acknowledging the psychological impact of the situation. Don't bottle up your emotions. Allow yourself to grieve, to feel fear, to process what's happening. Find healthy coping mechanisms. Whether it's journaling, meditation, or simply talking to another survivor, find an outlet for your emotions. Focus on the present moment. Dwelling on the past or worrying about the future will only amplify your anxiety. Stay busy. Having a purpose, a task to focus on, can help keep your mind occupied and prevent negative thoughts from spiraling. Remember, mental health is just as important as physical health in a survival situation. Take care of your mind, nurture your spirit, and you'll be better equipped to face the challenges ahead. We've covered a lot of ground today, from the importance of hygiene to the power of mental fortitude. Remember, these aren't just tips. They're survival strategies, hard-won lessons from the front lines of a world forever changed. Avoid these critical mistakes to enhance your survival chances. Review our checklist and make sure you're prepared to tackle any challenge that comes your way. Survival is about more than just avoiding zombies. Stay sharp, plan ahead, and avoid these common mistakes. Share your own tips and experiences in the comments below. If you found this video helpful, hit that like button, subscribe for more survival tips, and share your thoughts. Stay safe and prepared out there.